Hey, everybody. All right, we're back. We got more of this to move through. I'm going to do another deep dive here into Daisy's existential crisis. She's got a therapist just kind of sitting here like the audience and in the audience in the peanut gallery, listening as we move through this thing that is just, I'm really trying to sit and listen uh, and try to like make sense of it. But she's just, already we've seen some things that she just keeps contradicting herself. And I know it's ridiculous trying to make sense of it, but I'm really trying to make the most of my time here. Um, what's happening here is she is having problems with Big Ben. She wants to be non monogamous and be free to just do whatever she wants. Although, right here, a minute before this particular spot where we're stopped and we're going to start again, she just said that she has no problem having one intimate partner. If she can kind of go out onto the beach and I guess do the what is stepping and stomping on people's back. But now she's just admitting that she really, is needs to have many partners, and as soon as there's trouble in the relationship of any kind, she's got to rush out and sleep with somebody else. That's it. She checks out, which is not unusual, for this somebody like her, I suppose. Okay, so we're going to start in with this, and I am aware that things have already the train has left the station, man. I know there's stuff that's already happened since this. I have watched some other videos, and I know that I don't know what she's running from the cops. Something she had court via Zoom or something, and a couple of police departments are after her. She's hiding out. Mary's trying to get her a diagnosis for as autistic so that she can take advantage of the IHSS in-home support service workers, which is just all of it is just unconscionable. Those workers, the service workers, the government funded by yuppies, by the way, these are for like elderly, disabled people who, are not able to get around very well to help take care of them and meet medical needs. People that actually uh, need these services. What does she need that for? She's got an empty shelter studio that she's hardly ever in. What is the worker going to do? Well, I know what that she wants them for. She wants them to drive her around so she can do her speeches and yell and annoy people with her loudspeaker. And she's back on Venice doing that now. So I bet those people in the apartments, were so happy to have her gone for a while. But no, she's back. She's back, folks. So yeah, this is ridiculous. Um, Trying to take advantage, like just ordering up a diagnosis, claiming she walks on her tiptoes, and what is this? This is just getting into such weird stuff. I don't even know sometimes what I'm listening to. And she's been in crisis mode the last couple days. I mean, hunkering down on the phone and all upset and obsessing about her children. And then the next day she's out on the beach, flouncing around, stomping and stepping all over people. It really is a lot to keep track of. So we're going to just relax here. Just sit back, relax. We got another episode here where we're going to dive into her mind, see what she wants out of life. Here we go. You ready? Are you ready?
Like, Big Ben doesn't want me to do flow strokes with these other guys. Then I'm just like, well, let me just speak my truth, which is that I'm non-attached. I don't
So
know.
I think she just realizes she contradicted herself because 1 minute before this, she said she was okay with having one intimate partner. So she can't keep her twisted story.
Oh, Goddess, I just trying to be a higher being and live Christ consciousness.
What is this? Christ consciousness with all the stuff she's doing. It's amazing. People will pull religion out of their pocket, as if this is my goal, the ascension. But what is she doing in real life?
That's what all of us are here for, to ascend. And I'm in turmoil right now.
And let's find out what is her what is her struggle?
Not with Big Ben so much, but with my kids. Like with Big Ben, my pattern is that eventually my eye will wander and I'm going to want another king in my bed. And he's not going to like that.
Well, I thought last time that you said that you were really only interested in like being intimate with him and that like, yeah, like you want to be able to do flow strokes with like friends and stuff.
That's just what I had said here a minute or two ago. That's okay. So the therapist is actually kind of asking her this, but I mean, she's going to have like a non-answer and then ramble off to something else.
Yeah, in couples, a healthy stage in a couple's relationship is a struggle stage.
What I don't know about you guys, a struggle stage. This is healthy. Well, I guess it's healthy if you like sit and talk things out. It feels like she just kind of runs.
And my pattern is that when I enter in a struggle stage, then these other men start to look really good, and it's always raining men in my world.
She's looking at us. Hey, folks, you know what I mean? It's raining men. Hallelujah.
So I like to be free. And also, I have this reaction that when I see women with my king, I say, of course, he is desirable. Look at him. And then when I see him getting affection by all the goddesses and they're all kissing him all everywhere, and his whole face is filled with blissful ecstasy, that I love.
How could you say this? She's almost trembling as she's moving through this. This is like disturbing to me. This is weird because when there was any inkling that John, like I said at part 1 of this, when he was hanging out with that other dominatrix lady, going to hot yoga without Daisy, don't tell anybody. Daisy just became unglued. I mean, I'm sorry, man. She's like extremely jealous, very. She's acting as if it's the greatest thing in the world to see. But oh, remember when she had that fake revenge on him? She was so angry last year about John kind of doing his own thing with another woman, or I don't know how many people he was seeing. She had an orgy with 8 men. Remember that? Do you remember that episode? Yeah.
Very much. And want to witness. And I don't know why he doesn't like that.
You don't know why he wants to like. It sounds like he's more
Doesn't
enough.
he want to have abundant love and have women caressing him and kissing him? And
this has got to be probably one of the strangest conversations. I mean, this therapist, this has probably broken, new boundaries for her. It's just like when I think about what the hell, when they both get off the phone, what was accomplished with any of this? She's just moving through something that she doesn't even really believe, because we have evidence on video, or there was, that she just went nuts when other women came around kissing and fawning, and her man was enjoying that. What, Daisy? What do you want this therapist to help you with? I don't understand what the end game is here.
yes, and if you do not act out sexually with these acts, and you simply give each other loving resonance, witnessing, empathetic presence, touch that tingles and dooba-scoops, that is wonderful. And then, wait till you see what I saved for later, baby. Like a baby should.
Oh, geez. Okay, so what she's saying then is, she doesn't want the guy to have sex with all the women that are stroking his face and kissing him. She wants him to build up that sexual energy and come home and, do it with her, I guess. So expend all the energy out onto her. Is this what it is? Because I don't know that she could stand around really and enjoy watching. She wouldn't even let them go to yoga together. So what?
I'm gonna go home.
What is going on here?
Bouncing and walking on my tiptoes.
Okay. Oh, my. Oh, hell yes. Look at that face. Woo.
Like a doobadoo with sparkles in my eyes, and my teeth will be like, ee! Because I will be like, oh, I'm so lovable, because it will have been a hunkathon.
Yeah, I just picture, what is what's the therapist doing right now? Is she like on a laptop, or is she like preparing herself some coffee, or what?
And also, my hunk, can you imagine how his eyes will twinkle and shine and sparkle? It'll be like rainbows coming out of his pores.
Okay, what? This isn't even a therapy session. What is this? What is going on here?
And the sun will shine everywhere when he walks in, because he will be lavishly love engulfed and covered in affectionate love, because he is so desirable and gorgeous inside and out. And that is healthy. And if he doesn't act out sexually
Shut up, I'm not done.
with these women, he brings all of that back to me and saves it for later. That's a good thing.
Right. So it sounds like you want him to like explore like having an open relationship.
Well, he only wants to be with one woman in this special way. Then wonderful. I'm open to exploring this deep tantric connection with one other.
Are you?
But
Not
but. And it is in my nature for my eye to wander. Typically, I have noticed that this will happen during a struggle stage in my relationship, that I will start to lean in and twinkle around hunks.
Okay, I just thought of something. All right, she's homeless. Okay, let's say the therapist, they see her as homeless. She's bottomed out. She doesn't have any money. And, what would a therapist normally be discussing with somebody who's in that stage of their life? How are you going to, make it to the next stage? Maybe find a job or do something constructive during the day. But what is Daisy doing? What does any of this have anything to do with like surviving, as a homeless person? She's just goofing around the way you would talk to a girlfriend, like a 14-year-old girlfriend.
When it's raining men in my world, which it always rains men in my world.
I wish it rained common sense.
And if the hunk is able to keep my attention, then I will not lean in and start to like twirl and flounce, because I will have a man to flounce with at home. So if he doesn't keep my attention, doesn't he want me to thrive elsewhere? And can't we agree during those times like that our love is in rings? And I call them the inner and outer rings. So I want to like be in an inner ring, and I'm like, oh, it's so wonderful here. And then I like go to the outer rings, because I'm like, all right, King Big Ben, I'm sick and tired of hanging out with aliens. This is top secret. Don't tell anyone, goddess. You're my therapist, so you can't. But he's on the alien task force, so he's always talking to extraterrestrials.
This is just, this top secret. Don't tell anybody. Meanwhile, the entire world can access this video, which of course is the point of it. I could save her some time. This ain't going to work. You want to be with a bunch of guys. He wants to be with one woman. Okay, you're done. You move. That's it. It's over. Move on.
So he's in touch with telepathy. So I can't lie. And I have to be honest and transparent. And I want to, but he's telepathic, so I have no choice. Because in order to be on the alien task force team, you have to be in touch with telepathy, because that is how these higher beings communicate.
Yeah, I just get this again. Like the therapist is probably like evaporated by now. She's not even there. You know what? She could probably like put her phone down and like go and like change the laundry or do something else in the other room for a while. Daisy would just keep. It would be hilarious for her to take her phone, set it like in the cupboard, and shut the door. Daisy's like, you can hear her voice in the closet. While the therapist goes and, makes herself a bowl of Lucky Charms or something. Wow, this isn't a therapy session. I don't know exactly what it is, but.
So there you have it. I can't even be honest if I want. Or I don't even know how to say the word. La. See, I'm like a child. I can't lie. Lie.
Oh, she can't lie? You know what I was thinking was, I wonder where Mesmeralda is. Remember the Barbie doll with the butt cheeks hanging out of it? She'd cut the butt cheeks out of the back of the dress. Where is the doll? I'm surprised she's not using the doll, to talk to the therapist. Maybe at some point we'll find it. Maybe she lost it. I don't know. All right, so we're going to continue along here. She can't lie. She doesn't lie, especially about having autism.
Okay.
You see that little smile she gave? That little kind of satisfied smile. Do you catch it? Duper's delight.
But you said before that when you get to this struggle phase, you seem to kind of.
God, I'm sorry, but the faces that she's making on this particular video, these are classic.
Step back. It's probably because of past rejections from people that you get close to. So
Maybe we could have a therapy session together. That's what King Big Ben suggested when I was asking him what his needs were and telling him that I was going to go to therapy with you. And he it's like a little game to him. It's like, oh, do you want to know my needs? I am very stoic. Look at my muscles. And then before you know it, we're just snuggling and staring at each other because usually we don't talk. And that's why our relationship's so perfect, because we don't speak. Most of our language is body language and telepathy. Most telepathic language, you say one word and it's loaded with so much information. So for every one word, it's like saying thousands of words. So he's like a grunting, big, giant dinosaur muscle hunkathon man who's so perfect. Like, why wouldn't I want to be only with him? I must not be wired that way.
Is this you just kind of assuming that's how you are?
Well, I don't know. Maybe that's why we could do a therapy session, because I don't know.
And also, come on. We got to have another therapy session talking about this all over again? She already knows that she can't stick with one guy for long. It's a pattern. Why do you... And I just think of all the other people this therapist could be talking to in a more constructive way, although the therapist seems to kind of let Daisy kind of just run the whole thing. I don't really know how productive this is.
When I was a little toddler...
Not very productive.
I have a lot of trauma with men. You've seen me flip out with guys, so you've seen it. Like, when I was a little tiny toddler, my grandpa used to sexually assault the 2- and 3-year-olds, so who knows, my earliest memories, I used to have to question every touch. And
yeah, no, that's true. That's true. This stuff, is sad, really. I mean, this really is at the root of everything here. It was really unfortunate.
Were not appropriate. Where, a child's thriving. And so, yeah, I got a lot of trauma with the men and the police.
Yeah, I think we definitely identified that.
Yeah. And also, by the way, BTW, Kava loves to serve to the police. So there's always sheriff's deputies, highway patrol, LAPD, Santa Monica PD all the time right next door to my place. So I do speeches all the time. It's so triggering. And then I freak out. And the other day I was like, oh my God, they're coming to get me. And they were all piling out of the car. I was like, the sheriff's deputies, they're here. I was like, they're going to get me. So I called Mary. I was like, Mary, my phone, if they go into evidence, just stay on the phone with me in case I need to memorize your phone number. I was sure they were going to come and get me. And she was like, stay on the phone with me. I guess they ended up not being there to get me. So then I went in and I told security, I was like, if the cops come for me, don't let them get me. Security's like...
yeah, therapist is trying to say something, but...
Okay, but how can I trust him?
Okay, I just want you to reiterate. It turns out they weren't there to get you.
No, but I'm trying to let you know the kind of fear I live in.
I know. I understand that, but I think that you have these experiences that have happened in the past, but it's hard for you to realize that not everyone has that same intention. There are people out there, there are cops, there are men.
This is why I'm going to go to the police station and I'm going to free the police. I'm going to be like Dooba Scooba Doos.
So she just goes right back to what she hates and fears. See, that's another thing is, how many of us spend so much time in our lives dealing with police, hanging around police, thinking police are getting us, going to the station? Just get away. Stay away from what you don't like. She goes right back into the fire again and again. She's got to do another speech to the scuba dubs.
And this is on my loudspeaker. It goes 1,200 feet. It's so loud. It's louder than the loudspeakers the cops have.
Yeah, I know the people in the apartments down at Venice Beach know all about that.
So I'm going to go in front of the police station. I'll be like, I'm here to free the dupa scoopa doodle doos. They have imprisoned all of Santa Monica's most handsome, glorious kings and the most gorgeous, empathetic queens. They are called the police. And they are empathy angels. So under the duress of tickle torture, all of you come out. You're coming with me. And I'm going to transport all of the Santa Monica police and boop them on the nose. Boop. And then as they're disoriented, thinking about how lovable they are, I'll stretch them into yoga poses. Some of them, this won't work on them, so I'll just describe it on my loudspeaker. I'll tell them everything I'm going to do. So I'll put them in a hypnotic trance, so then they'll think about getting booped on the nose, massaged in yoga poses, and love engulf kidnapped.
So I'm just curious, when was the last time that actually worked?
Never? And I'll mind control them to take off their uniforms, and the kings and queens will be freed. Because for some reason, the most muscular, gorgeous hunks are the cops. And you should see the goddesses that become cops. They have the most proud shoulders.
It's beyond belief to me that the therapist is just sitting here, not drawing a line and saying, no, enough. Okay, this is such a freaking waste of time.
And you should see the goddesses that become cops. They have the most proud shoulders. They're all superhero, glorious goddess queens. And their tushies are flared out because they don't have any shame. So I told them, you show up to the people whose shoulders are hunched and their butt is tucked in. That's called shame and trauma. So you must help their booties flare and bounce like your round booties do bounce. And don't you want them to have perky, beautiful, wonderful chests and chiseled jaws like you? You don't want their jaws to be all clenched.
All right, folks, you know what? I actually got to be able to sleep tonight. I still have to kind of edit all this together. So maybe the therapist slipped into a coma. What do you think? Maybe I'm about to slip into a coma. So that's it for now. All right, kids. Normally I like to attach little bits and bobs here to the end, but I'm going to sit here and I'm going to quietly edit this together, and then I'm going to upload it tonight. And then I'm going to forget all about this and go relax. But we've still got more chapters. New things are unfolding. They're going faster than the speed of light. A lot of high production going on here at the Daisy Show. They got episodes cranking out, every 10 minutes or something new. So anyway, once again, thank you for watching and listening, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.